All right, today we're going to decode a blueprint for what it means to live a truly world-class life. And we've boiled it down to 6 core principles, things you can start using like right now. Seriously, just think about that for a second. In a world that's just so noisy and complicated, what if you had a simple, reliable compass, a set of rules to guide your choices, your actions, your whole mindset? Well, that's exactly what we're going to unpack together.
So, here's the game plan. We're going to start with who's in your circle, then dive into how growth actually hides in the tough stuff. After that, we'll talk about owning that first hour of your day, being productive instead of just busy, and carving out your own path. And we'll finish up with a winning strategy that might just surprise you. Ready? Let's get into it.
Okay, first up, and this one is absolutely fundamental. It's all about the people you choose to have in your corner. Look, it really boils down to a simple choice. Are you going to spend your time with people who drain you or people who lift you higher? Because here's the thing, you really can't have both and expect to live a world-class life. It's just not possible.
And the contrast here is, well, it's pretty stark. On one side, you've got the energy vampires. You know the type. They suck the creativity right out of you. They question your dreams. They're just dripping with negativity. But on the other side, you've got the joy elevators. These are the people who boost you, who inspire you, who push you to be better. The hard truth is, you just can't be around toxic people and expect to create your best work. It's a non-starter. You've got to choose that circle wisely.
So, how do you actually make that choice? It's simpler than you think. Start using your own joy as a personal GPS. Really pay attention to how you feel after you hang out with someone. If you consistently walk away feeling drained, small, or just blah, well, that's a huge red flag. That's your signal to create some distance. But if someone leaves you feeling energized, inspired, and optimistic, man, move closer to them. It's such a powerful and simple way to audit who gets your time and energy. All right, let's move on to principle number 2. This one is all about flipping the script on how we look at tough times. So often we try to avoid hardship, right? But what if it's actually the hidden source of your greatest growth? Yeah, this quote just says it all, doesn't it? Just think about it for a second. The last time something didn't go your way, maybe a project at work bombed or you got rejected for something, it stings, right? Of course it does. That's your ego taking a hit. It feels like a total failure. But underneath all that noise, that's where your authentic self is. And it's in those moments of struggle, when the ego finally quiets down, that you can actually connect with your real core strength. You know, every single setback you face is kind of like a fire. It burns away all the stuff that isn't essential, all that fear, that self-doubt. And what's left is who you really are at your core. So the goal here is to stop being what you might call a resentment collector, just holding on to every past hurt. Instead, you got to see every tough day as a training session. It's designed to make you stronger, wiser, and way more resilient. Okay, principle number 3. This is a big one. It's about totally transforming your daily performance, and it all starts with the first 60 minutes of your day. No joke. How you own your morning sets the entire trajectory for your day, and ultimately for your life.
And you might be thinking, why so early? Well, because that pre-dawn hour, it holds a unique kind of magic. It's pure tranquility. There are no crowds buzzing, no notifications pinging, no distractions pulling at you. It's this incredible pocket of deep quiet and focus that you can use to set a ridiculously powerful tone for the rest of your day.
And this whole victory hour, it's not complicated at all. You just focus on 3 key areas. First, you sharpen your mindset. Maybe that's reading, maybe it's planning your day. Second, you fortify your heart set. This could be writing in a gratitude journal. And third, you connect with your soul set. Some quiet reflection, maybe meditation. What you're really doing is preparing yourself to win the day before the day has even started.
All right, let's get into principle 4. Now, this one is about a huge distinction that honestly trips so many of us up. In our culture, it is so easy to confuse just being busy with actually being productive, to confuse movement with real progress.
Think about it. Busyness loves complexity. It's all about saying yes to everything, which just keeps you spinning your wheels in constant motion. But real productivity, oh, that's different. That thrives on simplicity. It's about meaningful progress, and it absolutely requires the courage to say no to all the things that don't matter. Just remember this, the world's top performers aren't the busiest people. They're the most focused. Our fifth principle is a really powerful call for you to be you. It's about learning to tune out all that external noise, to stop the endless game of comparing your life to others, and to just focus completely on running your own race. Theodore Roosevelt nailed it with this one. Comparison is the thief of joy. I mean, it's so true, right? The second you start measuring your life, your progress, your work against someone else's, you're literally stealing the joy from your own incredible, unique journey. Look, being a leader in your own life, it's not about following the herd. It's not about thinking what everyone else thinks. It's about trusting your gut. It's about having the courage to forge your own path, even if that means going in the complete opposite direction of the crowd. The only benchmark that really matters is you versus you. How far have you come since yesterday? That's it. Run your race. And that brings us to our final principle. Principle number 6. And honestly, this might be the most transformative one of all. It's going to feel a little counterintuitive, maybe even go against everything you've been taught about what it takes to succeed. But it might just be the most powerful strategy there is.
So I want you to just take a moment and think about this. What do you believe is the real engine of world-class success? I'm not just talking about business. I mean in life, in everything. What is it? Chances are, it's not what you think.
Okay, you ready for this? The answer is the most loving person in the room wins. It's that simple. Now, I know what you're thinking. We're taught that success is all about sharp elbows and being aggressive. But true, lasting success, that comes from a genuine obsession with being helpful, with delivering insane value to other people. It turns out that caring, it's not a weakness at all. It's your ultimate secret weapon.
Let me just paint a quick picture for you. Imagine a restaurant owner. This person is totally driven by a fear of losing money. They operate from this mindset of scarcity, right? So they skimp on the portions, you get the sad little salad, a tiny piece of chicken, you know the place. Okay, now picture another owner. This one operates from a place of pure generosity. To them, the guest is God. The portions are huge, the service is incredible. Now who are you going back to? Who are you going to rave about to all your friends? It's the generous one, right? Every single time. Because generosity and value, they build diehard fans. And that is what wins in the long run.
So there you have it. That's your 6-point roadmap. Curate your circle. Find growth in the hard times. Own your morning. Choose to be productive, not just busy. Forge your own path. And in whatever you do, be the most loving and helpful person in the room.
And that leaves us with just one last really important question. Look, this isn't about trying to master all 6 of these things by tomorrow. It's about taking that first step. So of these 6 principles we just walked through, which one really speaks to you? Which is the one you're going to put into practice starting today?